Thursday. Oh, by the way, we're starting.
Oh, we're starting now?
We're starting now.
Okay. I was just checking to see our... Okay, whatever. Hello, welcome back.
We're in a different location. I don't know if it sounds better. I don't know if it sounds the same. I don't know. It's the same.
I personally think it sounds better.
I think so too, because we're kind of in a box on a couch in a room, in a tiny room.
I mean, it's a pretty nice box.
Oh yeah, my dad built this box.
It's a nice box.
It's a very nice box.
What do you think people are picturing when we say we're in a box?
A cardboard box.
A cardboard box?
I'm gonna close the door. See if it sounds better.
I mean, it's not like we'll be able to tell if it sounds better until we actually listen to the recording.
Well, people might in the comments tell us, like that one comment from last week's.
Nobody comments. That was my sister's friend. Who wanted to know what my other channel was, or how to get there.
Yeah, well, okay. So, sir, do you have any
Please comment.
Please comment.
We like input. Anyway.
I like liking. Liking's pretty cool.
Oh, I didn't check the likes. How many likes do we have? Probably none.
4.
4 likes?
4 likes. Likes are pretty good.
Like, total?
Yeah. Next is, that's 8. And we have 13 subscribers, so I don't know where the rest are at. I don't know. How's been week?
It'd be my week has been pretty interesting, Hello.
How's that? How's that?
Okay, literally, okay. I swear, in like the last, it's Wednesday, two days, Monday and Tuesday, I saw 3 people from Soda.
Where at?
Okay.
You were dashing.
Yes, I was.
Oh.
I was dashing. They didn't see that
No
picture.
one saw that. Anyways.
That was a stupid joke. Anyway, so what happened, I was doing DoorDash, and this one time, on Monday, I did a lot of Dion's dashes that day not for some reason. I live really close to Dion's.
Yeah.
But then, for my second to last dash of the day, I was waiting for forever to get this Dion's box, right?
Were you at the restaurant, or were you...
Yeah, I was at the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
I was waiting outside like I'm supposed to.
Uh-huh.
And they were taking forever to get this box to me, or this meal to me, right?
Yeah.
So while I was waiting for this meal to be prepared, I got a second dash, which I didn't think could happen.
Okay, so you're gonna do 2 dashes at once?
So, I mean, I wish I did, because I was late for my second dash, but this Dion's order, literally, I literally just deliver it to the AutoZone right there. It was right next to it.
Okay.
Which was weird, because I've never actually delivered to, like, a strip mall before. Yeah, I had to ask, the Great Clips people how to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're really nice, and they said, we're Suite E, you have to go to Suite L, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I did that. Actually, I said that backwards. Suite, like S-U-I-T-E.
Okay.
Like as in like a building that you rent.
A fancy house?
I don't know what suite means.
That sounds like something that says like a fancy house. Like someone that's rich will buy.
Anyway, so I dropped off this pizza to this AutoZone employee. Fine. But then my second order, after that, I got an order from Wex.
Okay.
So I went to Wex and I saw Brandy. Hi, how's Twyla? And I'm like, she's doing pretty good. So, yeah. That's about as far as that
Wow.
went. But anyway.
Interesting.
Okay. The interesting part is that the next day, Tuesday, yesterday, right?
Uh-huh.
I did another Dion's order. And I saw Sarah hanging out with Carrie. And I was like, hey, I haven't seen you guys in like 3 years.
That's sad.
And then you remember Derek?
Yeah.
Yes, and we saw him like twice. We saw him yesterday at Albertsons and then the other day at Walmart.
I saw Kendra, there you go, with her baby when she was in Tractor Supply with her mother.
Wow.
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't know if she recognized me.
She probably did. You're kind of hard to forget.
Hello. Okay. Any other interesting stories, sir?
I had weird dreams last night.
Oh, that reminds me. I had a weird dream, too. So, I'm going to say my dream because...
Okay, you go first.
You talked already.
You go
Now
first,
it's my
fine.
turn.
We're taking turns.
So, I came back from sleeping over at a friend's house. Mm-hmm. And I was, like, sleeping, right? As you do. Mm-hmm. And in my sleep, I wake up in my sleep. So, I wake up as my sleep is going. Like, I didn't wake up...
So, you woke up in your dream.
There you go. That's what you call it.
Yeah.
And what happened was you drove into my yard... And I was like, okay, what is this fool doing here? You came out with a nice tux and suit, and you had a nice tie and everything. You had a briefcase. And you worked for my credit card union. You worked for the credit card union. You said, I had credit card bills to pay. And I started freaking out, and I was like, Tyler, how dare you? Why? How dare you tell me to pay my bills? And you're like, Carla, you're 3 months behind. You have so much interest, and I was like so confused because I was like, I swear I only did one payment, and I haven't done any other payments because I haven't gotten any. And then I go back to bed in this dream, crying. I was like legit crying in my dream, and I don't know why. I was just really flustered and upset. In my dream, I wake up again in my dream.
Okay.
So my dream woke up.
It's a dreamception.
I guess so. I don't know. Maybe I woke up.
Were you
in
dreaming
dream.
in your dream?
But I was in a different location. I was in. Where the hell was I? I don't know what it was. It was like a dark alleyway. But I just.
You were saying?
I woke up in a dark alleyway, and like I was craving ramen noodles, and I started eating like daisies and grass and stuff like that. And then I woke up, and I was like very flustered in the morning. So.
Okay. Well, mine weren't as like lighthearted as yours.
All
right, so I learned something.
Here's a table, sir.
Thank you. I was looking for one. Anyway, so I learned something.
What's happening?
Don't sleep on your back.
Well, do you sleep fetal position?
I sleep on my side or in fetal
Okay,
position.
so my question. Okay, before we get to your dream,
Okay.
I have a theory that the way you sleep is the way you were rested in your mother's belly.
The way you're rested in your mother's belly is in the fetal position.
Exactly, but which side did you lay on?
Huh.
Because which way do you sleep? I always sleep facing this way. I always facing... I don't know, is that left or right?
Do you think it has any way to do with the way your bed is positioned?
No, because whenever I go to sleepovers, I sleep the same direction.
So, like, if you sleep... I mean, don't sleep on my bed. But if you sleep on my bed, you'd be upside down.
What?
You said you'd be laying... Like, your feet would be on the pillow.
Well, if I was sleeping on... Okay, so if I...
Do you sleep on your right side or your left side?
I sleep on my... There you go. I sleep on my right side.
There you go. Okay.
That was simpler than me trying to describe what direction I'm looking.
Especially with gestures that nobody can see. Besides me, of course.
That's what I'm wondering. Is that how we were in our mother's bellies? I understand we moved around.
Yeah,
but,
you move around in the fetus.
But what is the, like, first fetal position? Was it the right side? Do you sleep on your right side or your left side? Or do you sleep on your back and you're a weirdo?
I sleep on my left side.
So I think you were on your left side when you were in your mother's belly.
That's an interesting theory, but I think we do move around in our...
Well, of course. We always move around in our sleep, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's normal, too. Oof. But, I don't know. Continue.
Okay.
That was my rant.
Anyway. Don't sleep on your back. It's not a good idea. At least for me. It gives me nightmares. Mm-hmm. So... I figured I'd talk about these interesting 2 nightmares that I had. Right? Mm-hmm. And I don't get scared by nightmares. But these ones were kind of morbid.
Like, how morbid?
Well, like, not super morbid. I've had morbid dreams before.
Uh-huh.
But, like, these ones were, like, eerie. Like, kind of...
My apologies. I was trying to put something on the screen so it's not... a waterfall. Continue, sir. Anyway.
So, in my first nightmare, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have nightmares often. But, not even the morbid dreams. I call them dreams because they're not scary.
Okay.
But in the first nightmare, right? So I was taking the trash out.
Okay.
At night. It was at night. And I was taking the trash out. And then... You know how I got a new dog? Little black dog. We call him Loki.
What's his name? Oh, Loki. That's what it was.
Yeah, we call him Loki. And, like, Levi came out with me, too. My other dog, who's white. But then, as I was walking back from the trash can, from the dumpsters, I turned around, and I was like, Loki, sit. And I expected Levi to sit, too, for some reason. Neither of them sat. But they were both...
So, is Loki past-trained or not?
We don't know. We got him from somebody who found him on the street.
Okay.
So he doesn't really know how to sit yet. So I don't think so.
I got you. Continue.
Okay. So they were both looking behind me, like there was something there. Okay. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that like it was in first person. Okay, the dream was in first person, and like it was I had a UI
Okay.
Like I had a health bar.
Oh, you had like a interface.
The
You had
HUD,
a
the
little
interface.
HUD. Yeah.
So I had like a health bar, and then I had like an inventory thing in the corner, and then like a little caption came up, like a prompt or some kind of sentence came up, and it said, Loki has learned that man is angry at him. Because he was like an NPC in the game, he didn't have a name.
I'm imagining like the Tall Tale things, like Clinitail will remember that, so it's like Loki realizes.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so Loki learned that man is angry at him. So I was like, man, what man?
I'm a man.
So I turned around, and there was this giant guy. Dark. He like not black, but shadow. I couldn't see his face, couldn't see anything.
So he was like a slender man character?
Sort of, but he was fat. And he had a shotgun.
Okay.
And it was not a sawn-off shotgun, which is an important detail. It is. Give me a second, I'll get in there. So, then, for whatever dumb reason, I decided to tackle him and try to take him to the ground.
Okay.
But then somehow he managed to get his shotgun in between me. There was like a foot in between us. In between me and him.
It wasn't a sawed-off?
It wasn't a sawn.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't a sawn-off originally, and then it was a sawn-off suddenly.
Oh, continuity error, but continue.
Oh, okay, it's a dream, okay. Mr. Eating Daisies, thinking they're ramen noodles. So, the guy shot me. Right under my right rib. Okay? And it was bad, but I didn't die right away.
Okay.
So then all of a sudden, after he shot me, I suddenly had a handgun. So then I shot him afterwards. He died instantly for whatever reason. And then I ran inside and like I got on my knees, clutching my wound, and I said, Mom, I'm hurt.
Mom, I'm hurt.
And like the wound was bleeding like crazy.
Yeah.
And then my mom called the ambulance, and that was when the dream ended.
So do you think dreams have meanings behind it then?
Yes, sometimes, definitely, for sure.
Do you ever look up the meaning behind your dreams sometimes, or no?
Sometimes. One time I had this weird one where like I was running through a ditch full of snakes. And I looked up what the meaning of snake meant in dreams, and it was like snakes represent fear. So I was like, I'm afraid of something.
Ooh. Well, like, so whenever, back in not middle school, I don't know, like, when we were still in high school together, okay, it might sound weird, but I didn't feel this way, I'll tell you that.
Okay,
you're very confused right now, I'll tell you that.
I very am.
So in this dream, I had a dream that I was eating an apple.
Okay.
In this dream, I was eating an apple, and I had a banana in my hand. I was not eating the banana, but I was eating the apple.
Okay.
That's what it was. Just me eating an apple, holding a banana. I woke up, and I was like, wow, this is so, like, I remember all of it. It's just me biting into an apple. So I looked up the definition of apple. Desires, cravings, and then it says eating represents the feeling of hunger, the wanting it.
Yeah.
I looked up the definition of banana.
It's penis.
Sexual.
It's penis.
It's not penis.
It's penis.
The definition. Don't say that. But the banana means sexual desires, cravings, and the wanting or need of sexual pleasure.
Yes. Okay. So, you know what Freud would say to that? You're gay. Literally. Okay. So the way that he interpreted dreams was like, they're all sexually driven.
All of them? Me eating daisies off the sidewalk?
Most of them are.
Okay.
That's what he thought, for some reason. He had this weird thing. A lot of his theories revolved around sexual tendencies. Sigmund Freud?
Oh, okay. He would have called me gay?
He would have called you gay.
Oh, okay.
Or all of his theories have been, oh, I know you're not.
There's nothing wrong with gay people, by the way. Anyways, continue.
But he would have called you that because you'd be holding a banana. He said that any, like, phallic-shaped object is like a symbol for male genitalia. So he said, like, say if you dreamt of a train going through a tunnel.
Well,
what do you think that means?
If we were thinking his way, then yeah, it means intercourse or, like, That's a penis going in the hole.
That's exactly what, you know, that's exactly what Freud would say.
So why does he claim that is he gay? Does he not want to be alone?
No, he's dead. But he lived in like in, I think, Victorian England.
Okay.
Where like sex was very taboo. It was like a thing nobody talked about.
Okay.
Nobody mentioned it.
Not modern day American music.
Yeah. In fact, they invented chastity belts back then.
Yes. Okay, cool.
So, sex was very a no-no.
Yeah.
Big no-no back then. So, a lot of his theories revolved around that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get too into it because it's really creepy.
I got you.
But if you get into if you look up Freud's psychosexual stages.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, so it's where I guess I'll talk about it. It's where like how children develop.
Okay.
Right? So the first stage is oral. So I'm gonna finish the stages before you say anything. Don't say a thing. So it's oral, anal.
Like, is this the development of a human, or like?
Let me finish.
Okay,
right?
okay.
His psychosexual stages are oral, anal, phallic, latent, and then genital.
Why is it only males?
Not just males, though. It's everybody.
Okay.
So, this is how he thought that kids developed, and like how.
What does that mean, though?
And how they develop certain habits throughout their lives. So, it'll make sense once I explain.
Okay. Like, what, they have obsessed with pooping? Oh, okay.
So, oral is breastfeeding.
Okay.
Yeah, and it to him like if you're like breastfed too early or too late, and one of those things, you get this habit in which you like to have things in your mouth.
Well,
like chewing gum, smoking, that kind of thing.
Okay, then
that was his theory for that.
I'm gonna give to go against this.
Okay.
Or it might help his case. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I hate the feel of cloth.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the feel of foam
mm-hmm.
on my hands. So if I feel foam, my teeth cringe and I feel like puking.
Yes.
Now I don't like it when someone puts cloth in their mouth,
mm-hmm.
or when I put cloth in my mouth. It makes me want to throw up. Thinking about it makes me want to throw up right now. I couldn't, like, at a young age, when I was doing the breastfeeding,
yeah.
I couldn't get...
You were breastfeeding children?
I was breastfeeding the
Carlo
children.
was breastfeeding?
But whenever I was doing the breastfeeding, I wasn't frack.
Oh, we know what you mean, Carlo.
I was getting milk. Anyways, I was drinking the milk, but I wasn't getting the nutrients I needed.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to be cut off from that, and I had to drink a bottle.
Yeah.
So does that go against his theory that
he would say probably that the fact that you were fed by a bottle because you weren't getting the nutrients. I think he would say like that might have contributed to how you find the feeling of cloth repulsive.
Okay.
Because if you've ever felt a nipple on a bottle, they're like rubbery and you can kind of feel the cloth kind of feeling on it.
Okay,
you know? They're very similar.
There's certain textures I can't eat either, like
mm-hmm.
rice pudding.
Mm-hmm.
Rice pudding, I can't eat that. It'll make me throw up.
I like
it's good, but I can't eat it because of the texture.
It tastes good, but you hate the texture.
Yeah, I hate the texture.
Yeah. Well, it might have something to do with that. But Freud's theories were very much discredited.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the oral stage.
Okay.
And the anal stage is where potty training.
Okay.
Right? So, and deciding whether or not you want to poop, decide whether you are anal retentive or anal expulsive.
What does both of those mean?
So, anal retentive, a lot of people have probably heard what that means before. Oh. It means like you're all neat. You can't have anything a mess because you don't like messes because you don't like to poop.
Oh, okay.
And anal expulsive is the opposite of that.
Okay. Then that leads to my other thing. When I was
mm-hmm.
little, I I potty myself. I potty trained myself at a young age. I potty trained myself at the age of 3. I don't think a lot of kids did that. I don't know. See, I potty trained myself because I hated the feel of crap in my pants, in my diaper, or piss in my pants either. Well, my diaper. So I potty trained myself at a young age. So does that make me anal
retentive? Anal retentive.
Or the user then? Anal expressive?
I would say I think I'm anal retentive as well.
Okay.
I don't. There's just a lot of things that I don't. A lot of messy things. Like when I was younger, I had this thing where I had to eat I ate pizza with a fork. Because it was greasy.
I didn't like it when food touched each other. I didn't like when food touched each other.
Every kid does that because they always every kid. I guarantee you, most kids have OCD and then grow out of it.
Dang it!
What?
There's a spider on the bag. He's all white. Anyways, continue.
Okay, so all kids have a certain amount of OCD. Not letting not wanting their food to be touched by other foods. That's OCD right there.
That's why the Zuzu Pal plates
or Zoo Pets, Zoo
Pals.
Zoo Pals.
Zoo Pals. There it was. But that's why it's targeted towards younger kids then, because it's all divided up sections for plates and stuff like that. Right?
Yes, if you think about it, it's a very brilliant invention.
Very. I enjoyed them.
Yeah.
Anyways, continue.
So that and the anal stage, if you liked to poop, you were messy. If you didn't like to poop, you were clean. Okay. So that's how that goes. And then the phallic is where it kind of gets creepy, a little creepier. Basically, just like anything touching you in the crotchal area.
Well, I don't like it when anything touches my crotchal area.
Yes, but that's what he said. He said that kids touch their crotches a lot because it feels good, but not in the way that you think. You know.
So what do you mean by that then?
Okay.
I don't know what that means. Like, I touch my crotch because I don't get pleasure, but I get pleasure?
No. Like, you find kids with their hands in their pants all the time, right?
Yes, I think it's because
it's basically like, that.
I think it's a comforting mechanism because some people sleep with their hand down their pants too.
I feel you've done that before.
Well, not gonna name any names, but my brother, on the other hand, he sleeps with his hand down his pants, and he's not doing the do, but he's just—it's a comforting thing for him, I guess.
Yeah, it could be some form of comfort.
Okay.
But yeah, that was the phallic, and then the latency stage is when you're just completely don't know anything about sex at all.
Well, that's virgins.
Yeah, no, virgins can know about sex.
Well,
I feel like you should warn people about this episode.
I'll put a warning. Warning: we talk about penis.
Yeah. Also, read the description if you're putting it there.
Oh yeah, people need to read the descriptions. I put funny things down there, okay?
Do you really?
I do. I try my best.
Read the descriptions.
And then I tell people to have a fantastic day.
Well, I mean, that's very polite of you, Carlo.
Yeah, I say, like, what the episode's about, or I put a disclaimer on if you talk about a certain subject and you mess up on what you're saying, and you believe in what you're saying, I'll put in the description, he was actually wrong, it's actually this, that, and the other.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But so, I do that mainly for myself.
Post.
Because some people say a certain saying, like they'll say the sky is pink, and then you'll believe it. And then it'll be like, actually the sky is blue, this, that, and the other.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
And so people don't get mad at you for saying the sky's blue, sky's pink, even though people won't.
Yeah, I understand your example.
Yeah, I did that with the camera stuff where it's not...
You looked it up later?
Yeah, it's not called a clump, it's called a group. Group of lenses, not a clump of lenses. But anyways, continue.
Okay. So that was latency stage is when you completely deny that sex is a thing.
Oh, okay.
And at this point, they're like 12.
Well, maybe younger than that. That's when puberty starts happening.
Yeah, younger than that. Like say 5th grade.
So
just about like 10 maybe a little younger. Just about there. And then genital.
Okay.
Is the opposite of latency.
Okay.
So you know that sex is a thing, and we're in genital technically.
Oh, okay. So then puberty and non-puberty then.
Puberty is like...
Like, you can know about sex, but you don't know how it feels until you hit the puberty age, and that's when you start the pleasuring.
That's genital, yeah.
So, yeah, then... Okay, so what are we proving here? Is he wrong or is he right? I don't know. Do you believe in his studies?
No.
Okay. Why is that?
Okay. I believe in some of his things. Some of them. Not a lot of them. There are people who are called neo-Freudians who like, Freud is their god.
Oof.
That's a bit of an exaggeration. But they think that Freud was, like, super...
Intelligent?
I mean, he was intelligent, but his theories were weird.
Weird, okay.
No, and, like, even...
Like, he had a good theory to the point where it's like, okay, it could be, but there's a lot of potholes in it where it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, cool, I got sexual with the fish, but that doesn't mean I'm gay. Like, how does that make me gay? And it's like, the fish is long. It's like, okay, and? Well, that's my example.
Sure, Carlo.
This is going to be a rated 18 or up episode.
18 or up episode. We probably have a lot of 18 or up audience.
Well, according to your friend's sister, no.
Okay. They're like the only two that... Oh, and Alex, if he watches.
I don't think he watches. He told so
watch.
when we had the party at my place and you didn't go because you were being a butthole.
I was going to Twilight's house. That's very important.
Good excuse. But anyways, he told his group of friends, he told Sonny's group of friends that we had a podcast.
Yeah.
And they started laughing. I didn't care. But I was like, maybe they'll subscribe.
Hey, we talk about interesting things whether you like it or not. Like, you have to like it. That's my...
You're turning into me now.
Where
I force people to like the episode.
You know what? Screw it. You have to like this episode. You don't have a choice.
We'll still do more episodes. There's no consequence if you don't, but...
Yeah. Even if we get one view on a video, we're still going to do this, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to stop.
Because this is still fun, whether or not we're getting views or not.
Oh, yeah.
Last video did terribly, and we don't know why.
It might have been because of Avatar The Last DoorDasher.
Avatar The Last Dasher. I thought it was a clever title.
I thought so too. I was like,
Maybe it was the squirrel. Might have been the squirrel.
It might have been the squirrel. They might have been offended by the squirrel. What's this episode's podcast photo?
I don't know.
Genitalia?
No. That's how you literally get the channel taken off YouTube, even if we're not even monetized.
Just a bunch of genitalia. I'll put indie windows to... I'll put a train in through a tunnel.
Yeah, okay, you can do that.
Yeah. And then on the train it says episode 7. Episode 7.
I think we're gonna lose track of our episodes.
It's okay. I remember that we're 1 week ahead. That's all we are. We're just 1 week ahead because we didn't upload for 1 week. And I kind of like being 1 week ahead, just in case if something happens.
We don't have a week that we can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
We have an episode already ready to go. I just need to upload it. So I'm going to start uploading, editing. I'm going to start editing on Thursdays and upload them Fridays. Friday mornings or Friday afternoons. So you'll see them around 8 o'clock or 12 o'clock. The episodes come out on Fridays. But I'm going to edit Thursday because I don't want to edit and then upload on the same day because it's like, I don't know. I like to have, I don't know why.
Oh, uploading, you don't have to do anything. You just click a button and it uploads it.
Yeah.
Even though it takes like an hour.
It takes longer than that sometimes.
Really?
The last week's episode took about 4 hours to upload.
Probably because the episodes are really long.
It might be.
When I did my guitar videos, they took like 2 minutes. So that...
I'm thinking like 2 minutes long, 4 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 minutes maximum.
4 minutes.
But... Anyway, no, I do not believe in Freud. Not a lot of his stuff, but I do see where he's coming from when it comes with things like the Oedipus complex and the Electra complex.
That's another episode. That sounds very long.
No. It's very simple. The Oedipus complex is when like a young boy's in love with his mother.
Okay.
Yeah, in the way that you think, but the young boy's not aware of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the electric complex is the girl to her dad.
So, this guy really likes sexual things.
Oh yeah, because sex was suppressed back then. That's
so
why he thinks that.
Well, maybe that's why his theories are all sexual because he was oppressed of sex, not him but him, by the nature of everyone else, was oppressed by sex. That's the only thing that came to mind.
That's what, yeah, he thought that everybody's drive was just that, which is not true.
It could be, but it could not be.
I don't think it's true.
There's a lot of... Well, then why do we have porn sites? Why do we have, like, fantasy novels for women that read, and it's like 50 Shades of Grey and stuff like that?
Okay, sure, that people can give into that kind of thing. But
and then
like,
why do we have strip clubs? And why do people, like Black Widow, for example, why does she have to show off her little boobs to drive the men, and then she like, backfires on them? She, like, attacks them.
Okay, so, yeah, I see where you're coming from. There's a lot of that, but, like, there's also other things. Like,
well, there's
seriously,
money.
if...
It comes into the
money.
It's the 7 deadly sins or something like that. Gluttony,
Gluttony.
I mean, there's the sexual one. There's a strive
Seven
for
Deadly
power.
Sins is an anime.
Well, it's the actual thing from the Bible too.
I think there's a different word for it.
No, that's what it's called.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, wasn't it like gluttony, envy?
There's something about power. I don't know the names of them, but
I'm not religious, so I don't know.
I don't do the studies, but I go there once in a while. But yeah, so I think that's what, I don't know. Like, I think he was oppressed of sex, so that's all he thought about.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he just wanted to be laid, and he thought maybe his studies will get him laid.
That probably happened, but in fact, sex was so suppressed that he once had a patient who developed a psychosomatic paralyzation.
She got paralyzed
because she felt sexual desires. So she felt so guilty that she actually managed to paralyze herself subconsciously.
Oof. Then...
At least that's what Freud says.
Okay. Because there's asexual people who don't get attracted to any sex.
Yes, that's rare.
That's very rare. I think I know a person that's asexual. But, I don't know. But, anyways, I think that will do for today's episode.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You don't think it was a good episode?
It was a good episode.
I mean,
we talked about psychology, and that was it, though.
That's good.
I don't know. I hope people find that interesting.
I think it is, because I think people can look it up and then be educated on a topic, and then the next time when their friend's like, yeah, I dreamt about a snake, they go, you're gay.
Yeah, okay. Goodbye.
And they can back it up, too, with all your knowledge on this.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Well,
see, I am a psychology student. Proof right there.
Yeah, educated. He went to college. He's
I am going to college.
He's still going to college.
No, you quit college.
No, I didn't quit college. I have one more class.
You graduated.
One more class and I'm completely done.
Uh-huh.
And it's happening July. So, and then I graduate July, I think it's May or something like that. Anyways, okay. Have a good day. Goodbye.